All right. What is up, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence. Good to see all of you guys here in the chat. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. I've been looking through the chat, but just want to say what's up to everyone here before we get going with today's content, because we got a lot of good stuff. And hold up, excuse me. First time I've ever been this early. Shout outs to Christopher hitting us with that early ninja donation straight to the war funds. Hitting us with that $1.99 donation. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate the donation. Today I've got Arnold Palmer, my favorite drink in the world, half and half, 0 calorie, iced tea lemonade. My boy is a legend right here, Arnold Palmer. So shout outs to Arnold Palmer and his amazing tea that made him, I think he made more money than he made in his whole career, like playing golf. Like 1 million times over. He made like way more money making iced tea. Iced tea got nothing to do with golf, but you know what? He's on the cover, so I buy it. Very good. And I got a tiny bag of Skittles. So I'm set. I'm set for the live stream. Favorite drink here. Okay, so let's see here. Shout out to Christopher, Bear X. Yo, Bear X, my boy just turned 20. One year away from that magical age for you to get a margarita. Shout out to Bear X. Happy birthday, Bear X. Shout out to Fireblast Gaming. Fairy Tiger, what is up, my boy? Elite Ninja Fairy Tiger here. What up, David Guido? What up, man? That's my boy. That's my Patreon ninja right over there. George, Elite Ninja George. What's up, dude? How's it going? Owen Foster, Devon Antonio, Ryan Von Man. Bizarre Metal, what's up, dude? Alicio Blanco, what's up? TG Lopez, what is up? My name is Chef Kyle Casper, what is up? Yo, my boy Droid! My boy Droid hitting us with that Toby Blaster. There's no picture because there's too much text. Shout outs to my boy Elite Ninja. Droid got banned, donating the big Toby Blaster donation of $15. He says, here's my first Toby Blaster donation, OJ. I'm 30 followers away from my goal. Thank you, and shout out to all who have followed and supported me going to work. Have a great one. Thank you so much. You guys make sure you check out Droid Got Banned via Twitter. He's helping out, or at least, well, I'll tell the story about how he helped out with this most recent giveaway that we're doing for $50 eShop card. So yeah, I'll tell you guys the story about that. Anyway, thank you so much, Jordy Got Banned. Shout outs, man. Go straight to the Ninja War Funds. Your boy just copped the HD60S, so there should be less latency in terms of the actual feed and what we're saying, like when it actually happens for our PE arenas and our gameplay live streams. So, yeah, your boy copped the HD60S. It's coming in the mail tonight, so I might test it out with Rayman Legends or some type of game. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, yeah, it is coming tonight, guys. So, thank you so much for the donations. Do appreciate that. Like I said, go straight to the Ninja War Funds. Anytime something comes in, I'm getting some new tech. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you so much. So shout outs. Let me finish my shout outs here. Jerryon XP. What's up, Jerryon XP? Hollow. What's up, my boy? I got green tea and homemade popcorn. Oh, that sounds good. Might need to get some of that homemade popcorn, dude. Party Man. What's up? Azure Tempest. What's up? Zach Brown. What's up? Shout outs to Party Man, Elite Ninja. Also, Nef1, Elite Ninja as well. Owen Foster. What's up, dude? Eddie Torres. What's up, dude? I don't know if I've seen your name in here. Shout outs for you being here, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jason Setley, what's up, dude? From Minnesota. Shoutouts, man. Minnesota. Good stuff. Good stuff. Y'all had a good year this year, man. Vikings played really, really good. One game away from the Super Bowl in your own house. One game away from the Super Bowl. So looking forward to seeing what Kirk Cousins does in Minnesota this year for the NFL. NFL is going to be lit this year, man. NFL was great with my Switch. I would just sit back, take my Switch, play games, and switch between all the different NFL games. It was fantastic. Switch is the perfect NFL machine, or soccer, or whatever else you want to watch. Baseball. I think people who like baseball can probably appreciate the Switch, because that's kind of what I do whenever, if a baseball game is on and I feel like watching it, which I don't watch baseball much, but when I do, Switch is perfect for that. Shout outs to SqidVishus. I saw Squid here. What's up, Squid? El Chupacabra, what's up? David T, what's up, man? Spid Monkey, what is up? Jeffrey Augustine, what's up? Curtis Anthony, what's up, dude? Owen Foster, what is up? More Smash Brothers Amiibo, probably. Dark Ghost, what is up? 60-minute man. What is up, dude? Shout out to Elite Ninja 60-minute man. Yeah, maybe. Kirk Cousins is, I mean, he's not bad. I mean, Kirk Cousins is no Jimmy G. He's no Jimmy Garoppolo, but, you know, he is what he is. My day's going good. My day's going good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, you know what I thought was hilarious? Yo, my boy Zach Brown hitting us with that donation. Put your dollars. Let me do the ninja jutsu in your pockets. Just disappear. Thank you so much, Zach Brown. Hitting us with that $1.99 donation. Thank you so much, homie. Do appreciate it. Everyone in chat, please give Joy Got Banned, Christopher, and my boy, Zach Brown, some love for the donations. Do appreciate that, guys. Put your dollars in your pockets. Well, YouTube takes a couple of it first, and then I put the dollars in the pockets. Smash that like button, guys. Hit that smash button. Smash that like button. Donation hype. Thank you so much. Shout outs to my boy Kevin Levine. Hit us with that donation hype. That emote hype. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. So let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys like, for sponsors, would you guys like a separate sponsor chat? For everyone who's and what I mean by sponsors, anybody who has that little headband by their name, would you guys want a second sponsor chat on screen that's right underneath the little ticker that I have over here? This way, the little ticker that I have that's over. It's kind of hard to. There we go. That thing right there. Right underneath it. So right there. This is weird. Okay, yeah. So right here in this area, would you guys want a sponsor chat at all? How's it goes, OJ? Oh, snap! Toby Blaster! Let's go! Yo, my boy, Mark Bryant, for some reason, donating again. I don't know why this man. Thank you so much, Mark. I do appreciate that. Let's hit you with that donation jutsu. Thank you so much. Mark Bryant with a $15 big Toby Blaster donation says, cannot make the whole stream watching England play football. Have a great one. All right, no problem. Thank you, Mark. You didn't have to donate just because you can't just because you can't stay for the whole stream. You do enough. But thank you so much. I do appreciate that Toby Blaster donation. Everyone in chat, please give Mark Bryant, the Hokage's right-hand man, some love. So thank you so much, dude. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I saw your link, Squid. You were blasting those dudes from above. That was nice, man. In Splatoon, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Best iced tea ever. Oh, absolutely, fantastic iced tea. 0 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar. No real artificial. There might be some artificial sweeteners in here, but not really nothing too bad. Gives you some nice facts about Arnold Palmer's career. All-time low 18-hole score was 60. Most consecutive birdies, 7 in a row. Career hole-in-one, he had 20 of them. 91 victories, 61 in the U.S. Tour, 19 foreign and international, 12 seniors, 2-time British Open champion. Shout-outs to Mark Bryant there. So my boy Arnold Palmer was a golf beast, and he makes a dang good iced tea. It's funny because I never knew about him until he started making iced tea. I didn't grow up in his era because obviously, as you guys can tell, this is pretty old school. I didn't grow up in his era. I mean, I heard about him on ESPN, but I didn't grow up watching him play or anything. But I grew up drinking his tea. It's some good tea, man. And it's cheap, too. Usually, like, at my store right over here. Because I got a CVS in walking distance. Like, I can walk there and back in, like, less than 5 minutes. Just grab some iced tea. 2 for $1. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. If you don't have to moderate both your... both mine and my own. Oh, you talking about the sponsor chat? Counterattack? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting a sponsor chat right there, guys. So let me figure out how to do it. And maybe for the next stream, we'll have a sponsor chat right here. So anybody who sponsors, you guys' chat will be on the screen, actually. And you guys will have a chat to yourselves as well to talk about, I don't know, sponsor stuff. I don't know. You guys can talk about whatever you want. So yeah, I'll probably add that in because I'm trying to find out ways to make sure that I kind of give back a little bit in terms of adding the features for the sponsor chat and all that. So good stuff. My daughter's on spring break today, so I can go for as long as I want. Now, what do you guys think? Real quick, before we get started about RPG, since this is going to be as long as I want, what is your favorite color of Skittle? I have quite a number of different Skittles here. So there's red, there's orange, there's green, there's purple, red. Is there any more that I'm missing? Okay, yeah, and the normal pack of Skittles. This is the normal pack. So yeah, that's all there is. Purple. Wait, hold up. There's the flavors on the back. No, there's 5. Orange, red, green, yellow, and purple. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's 5. What is you guys' favorite color? And I will eat it in that order. Green? Okay, I'll do a taste test right now. I'll actually really think about it. Okay, green apple. Okay, green apple's good. Okay, green. It's pretty good. What's next? Red? Green's a bit tangier. I'm going to go with green over red. Okay. Purple? Let's try purple. Let me know how the music sounds. Green and red over purple. Let's try yellow. Yellow's last. Weird taste. Green, red, orange, purple, yellow, in that order. Hit 1 if you agree. Tasting the rainbow, pretty much. No, the sweet heat Skittles are nasty. I don't like them. It's like a hot tamale mixed with a Skittle. Not good. I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay. Some people agree, some people disagree. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the content. I don't know why I did that, guys, but I was like, might as well. I have extra time today, so I can mess around. Counterattack is your alarm clock? Do you get out of your bed doing a front flip and saying, "Take this"? That's how I would get. If counterattack was my alarm clock, that's exactly how I would get up in the morning. I'd flip out of bed, and all of a sudden my blade would just appear out of nowhere, and it's like, "Take this!" Shoutouts to Bino Shadow, hitting us with that donation jutsu. Thank you so much, appreciate that. $2 donation through Super Chat. He says, I love the Hover OST. Please play Heaven Up next. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shoutouts to Bizarre Metal as well. Shoutouts from Amsterdam, hitting us with that donation jutsu. Thank you so much, do appreciate that. $2 donation. It says Green Best, Strike the Earth Remix Shovel Knight. Absolutely. We'll get those OSTs played as soon as Counterattack is up. We got Bino Shadow next, then Bizarre Metal. You guys got it. Thank you so much for the donations. Do appreciate that, guys. Kevin Levine, back to back. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Press 1 if you bought Xenoblade. Yo. This is the greatest music. This might be the greatest RPG music of all time. It might just be. It fills you with determination, with courage, with strength. It makes you realize how much better Japanese music when it comes to video games is than Western music. I don't want to hear. I gotta have a whole live stream about this. Western music all sounds the same in video games. Like everything sounds the same. Like when you listen to God of War, when you listen to like Castlevania Lords of Shadow, when you listen to like all the different music, it all sounds the same. Like there's not a lot of variation with the exception of like David Wise and some of the other music that he does, a lot of like Western, like from like the PS4, Xbox One, AAA games. We're not talking about Japanese titles, Western titles. They sound like trash. Like I can't, like when I hear people say, "Oh, well, man, this soundtrack was amazing," and I listen to the soundtrack and I'm like, "What was so good about the soundtrack?" It's just like low beats and hums and ho 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 ho, like Skyrim. Like I mean, Skyrim's music is good, but I'm just saying in general, Japanese music blows away Western music. It's not even close. Like Uncharted music, it's like, is there any memorable tracks in Uncharted? You know, I don't think so. See, like Doom is cool music, but the issue that I see with Doom, it just reminds me of like normal rock and roll. I don't see it as video game, even though it is, and you're right, Squid. I 100% agree with you, you're right. Doom has some amazing music, but I kind of see that as more of just like rock, you know what I'm saying? Like just like music that you can listen to at any point. Like I don't associate, even though like the Doom guy music and all that, yes, that stuff is great. I love that stuff. Actually, I really love the Doom soundtrack and all that, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to me like it's video gamey, in my opinion. It just seems to me like it's like, all right, they got some really good bands to make some awesome like music, you know? Whereas like Xenoblade and like these RPGs, like they get like famed composers of video game tracks to really make video game RPG music. Whereas I see like, I think a lot of Western developers get people that are like, I mean, yeah, they do video games, but they get guys that are like normal bands that do like all sorts of types of music, and then they make tracks for their video games. Then I know that's not maybe the case, but it just seems that way. Whereas like with Japanese music, it's like, yo, we're getting like this, we're getting like you know, famed composers to like make like Xenoblade's music. The guy who did what's it called, Chrono Trigger and stuff like that, Yasunori Mitsuda, you know, like they're getting guys like that. It's like a big deal. Whereas it just seems to me like sometimes in Western games, it's more of an afterthought, or it's like, okay, let's just get this popular band. They're going to make some tracks for us. Okay, then that's that. Now, like I said, this is just my opinion. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys will disagree, but that's all. It's all good. This is a lip sync issue. What are you talking about? Near soundtrack, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Trying to go through some of you guys' comments. Let me go ahead and put the next music on. We've got Bino Shadow said Hover OST. Having up. All right, let's go. All right, this is Hover. Having up. Streets of Rage has the best music. I mean, maybe for a classic game, not for like I think Xenoblade's soundtrack destroys Streets of Rage. Yo, thank you. Is it Xtabedum? I probably said that wrong. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. I buffered up a couple seconds ago. What's good? What's good, Alton? What's good, man? Or Alton, what's good, man? Love the music. Yeah, man. This music's good. This music's good. I like it. What's up, Quantum L? How's it going, dude? Yeah, JRPG. Mama Mercy says this. She says it right. Mama Mercy. Shout out to Mama Mercy. And she says JRPGs have great music. Always get you in the mood for gaming. Absolutely. I agree. I think, like I said, I've never liked like Western music for the most part. Like I've never really liked it. Unless it was like a composer making Western music for a video game, like David Wise. Like Donkey Kong Country music is amazing. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle music, very good. But like, I don't know. Some of these other, like some of these like God of War, people talk about God of War soundtrack. That's like, I've never liked God of War soundtracks. You know, like, I've never liked Halo's soundtrack. Like when they release Halo soundtrack, I've never liked them. I mean, the main themes are usually pretty good. that you can associate with the game, but the total soundtrack has never been good. Like the battle music, never been good, in my opinion. You know, Breath of the Wild has an amazing soundtrack. Did I crap the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2? No. I was gonna be mad. I didn't cry though. Persona 5's soundtrack is God tier. God tier. This Persona 5 soundtrack is amazing. 5 seconds. Okay, there was a lag on the stream. Is that what you guys are saying? Let me see. Okay. So some people are saying, yo! Thank you for the donation, homie! Toby Blaster! Let's go! Okay, so some of you guys are saying that there's lag on the stream. Let me check. No lag? Okay, so if you're experiencing lag on the stream or like the sound is late or whatever, press 1 if you are. If you're experiencing it at this point. Press 1 in the chat. No lag? Okay, I get a lot of people saying no lag. Okay. Okay, so some people are maybe experiencing a little bit of lag. Most people aren't. Okay. Cool. So yeah, it seems to be mixed. Some people are experiencing it, some people aren't. No lag? Okay. Alright. If you're having lag, exit out. Refresh. Because I don't want to have to stop the stream because some people are saying no lag at all. Alright. So hold up here. Let's go ahead and get back into it. This is a shimmy song. Shimmy. Okay. So shout outs to Fury Tiger. Hit this with that elite donation. Hit this with that Katon, that Jutsu. $15 donation. It says play, engage the enemy. Xenoblade Chronicles. Absolutely. We will play that, engage the enemy. Also, shout outs to my man, Barrett X. Hit this with that donation. Thank you so much. $5 donation through Super Chat. It says, I got Ni no Kuni 2 and Far Cry 5 today, so I'll have fun with that. Absolutely, man. Persona 5 has the best OST in my opinion, so can you play our beginning from Persona 5? Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Do appreciate that. Go straight to the Ninja War Funds, as you guys can see right above right here. Just to let you guys know, if you did come in late, your boy copped an HD 60S with the Ninja War Funds, so that's a brand new addition to the channel. So what that means is that you guys are probably going to be getting a little bit less latency when it comes to it. So if you're in PE Arena, there won't be as much of a delay between what you see on YouTube and what's actually on the screen, like when you're watching it. So the playback's going to be a little bit less. And if you're on Twitch, it's going to be a lot quicker, I guess, if you're on Twitch. You're going to get a little bit better clarity, sound quality. Everything should be better. That HD 60S had free 1-day shipping from Amazon for some reason, and I have Amazon Prime, so I bought it yesterday, and it's going to be in the mail tonight. So I might test it out with Rayman Legends or some other game. My daughter's on spring break, so a little bit different, so I can do some different things here. So looking forward to that. So thank you guys so much for the donations. I do appreciate that, and definitely money being spent on improvements to the channel. So awesome stuff there. Excuse me. So let's go and let's get. We got to get Bizarre Metal's next track. That was Shovel Knight. We're going to be here for a while, guys, so sit back, get something to eat if you can. Sit back, get something to eat. We're going to be having a lot of fun today. Let's see here. Heaven Up. Oh, no, I already played that. Shovel Knight. Earth Remix. All right. All right. Wait, hold up. I don't know if that's the right one. What's it? Earth. Okay, Earth Remix. Okay. This. I think this is it. I don't know if it's it officially, but this is the one that says Earth Remix. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. All right, shoutouts. Also, shoutouts to Nintendo Fan TV. Also, Emerson Lino and Cyrus Ganther. Okay, hold up. That might be a little too loud. The Shovel Knight. And Cyrus Grantner hit us with those subscriptions. Thank you so much. Welcome to the village. Everyone in the chat, please make Nintendo Fan TV, Emerson Lino, and Cyrus Grantner feel very welcome. Brand new ninja to the village. Thank you guys so much. And also, another thing, if you guys want to see more ninja come to the village, please make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button. Let's see those smash emotes in the chat. Smash that like button if you're enjoying the content today. So thank you guys so much. Do appreciate that. Well, yeah, I mean, Red Barrels did a good job with Outlast 1 on the Switch, so I mean, why wouldn't Outlast 2 be good? Makes sense to me. Yo, what's up? Elite Ninja Retro Rush. I see you in the chat, my guy. What's up, dude? Blaxican says, yo, OJ, how are you today? My boy, I am doing very good. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming out to the stream. Yo, thank you guys. Brand new ninja to the village here. Roan Gamer XD. Hitting us with that subscription. Hitting us with that jutsu. Thank you so much. Shadow cloning your way to the elite ninja village of PlayerEssence. So thank you so much. You will find the elite of the elite here, guys. No Tobys, no jabronis. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Thank you guys for the support. And you know what the funniest thing was? Yesterday when I had that Slay Toby stream, those Twitter analysts were trying to tell me, oh, you're going to lose so many followers. You need to learn how to market. I did a giveaway for a $50 gift card. Funny how all of a sudden 70 people followed me and counting today. So much for losing followers over having some type of slight political opinion on the internet. So much for losing those followers, you idiots. And I'm talking to those guys, not you guys. Those idiots that were telling me I'm going to lose all these followers. I don't know how to build anything. 70 new followers. Seems like people care more about eShop cards than a potential political opinion to get their panties in a bunch. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate it. I will slap any Toby that comes to the village. Thank you. Get your slapping gloves ready. We're gonna be slapping them. You guys remember like that old school cartoon, like Bugs Bunny, and like when he was like a knight, and he's like, take off your glove and duel, and like he would just like smack the heck out of like Elmer or Daffy or whatever. That's what we doing to Toby's over here, man. You're getting slapped. We don't punch. Okay, because punching is for, you know, when men fight. We slapping these Tobys. We don't punch. You don't punch. You only punch another man. These aren't men. These aren't men that we're punching. We're slapping. You give them a little slap, smack them across the face because you don't respect them. Which reminds me of a fight that I got into one time. So one time when I was in 5th grade. I was playing basketball, and there was this smaller kid. He was in 6th grade. I was bigger than him. He was smaller than me, but he was in 6th grade, and he was kind of the star of the basketball team, even though he was tiny. And when I got to 5th grade, I finally was able to play on the basketball team, because I told you guys when I was in 4th grade, they wouldn't let me, even though I was better than like half of the people on the team, they wouldn't let me play. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So we were playing basketball out on the court. And, you know, the 6th grade, who was the star of the team last year as a 5th grader, he was in 6th grade now. And, you know, I was in 5th grade. And, like, you know, I would always be like, okay, well, let me guard him. You know, because, like, people had trouble guarding him because he was so quick. He was about 5'1", you know. I mean, but he was 6th grade. You're short, you know. I was about 5'2", 5'3". But I was growing throughout the year. So I was guarding him. And I kept on swatting him. Like, I kept on swatting him, kept on stealing the ball. He was just having a bad day. And he can't fight, and he knows he couldn't fight. But I was punking him so bad, and then I admit I kind of because I told you guys how much I talked trash when I played basketball back in the day. I said that the only reason why you had a good season last year was because I wasn't on the team, which is completely untrue. But I told him that, and he got so mad he threw the ball and hit me dead in the face. And when he threw the ball and hit me in the face, he didn't throw it hard. He just kind of threw it and it hit me in the face. I got mad and I kicked him in the stomach. And then, like, he kind of, like, fell, and he got back up, and he wanted to fight me, and I'm like, I wasn't going to fight this guy. Obviously, I wasn't going to, because, like, I was going to hurt him if I did, because I wasn't going to fight him. And actually, we were actually kind of friends, just kind of. So, I kicked him, and it wasn't a hard kick, but I kicked him. And then, he got back up, and he wanted to fight me, and I wasn't going to fight this guy, like, we were out there at recess, so I wasn't going to fight him. So, he kept on trying to fight me, and he was, like, swinging, and I didn't respect him that way to fight him, so I just slapped him in the face, like, kind of like a slap chop. I just kind of slap chopped him because I didn't respect him like that. You're not gonna punch someone that you don't respect. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that's what we do to Tobies. These guys aren't good enough to fight. You don't hit them in the face. You don't punch them. You slap them. You slap them. the beat 'em up game. Jose, the beat 'em up game. Half of them were I talked too much when I was, like I said, I talked too much when I was younger. Talked way too much. Like, too much trash. Too much trash. I mean, I was always nice about it. It wasn't like it was malicious trash talk. It was just like you're gonna have to work a lot harder than that to beat me. It was like Street Fighter quotes. It's like it was like Street Fighter quotes. I think one time I told somebody to go home and like take care of your family, and he looked at me like I was crazy. It's like, go home and be a family man. Street Fighter OJ the Toby edition. Oh man. What a weird place to kick someone. Yeah, I just kind of kicked him in the stomach. I just kind of like forward kicked him to push him away. Like I did like a forward kick. Just like to kind of push him away. So yeah, I just kind of kicked him. Almost like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I didn't Stone Cold stun him afterwards. I just kind of kicked him. It wasn't a hard kick. If I would have kicked him for real, he wouldn't have got back up. Just watching the OJ Sensei. Yeah, man. Final fight for you guys are wild, man. I guess I was wilder when I was a kid. Like I said, I was a bit rowdy. A bit rowdy. I don't even know. I mean, I had friends and everything. I had a lot of friends, but I think they were all scared of me more than anything. I think they were more scared of me than actually being my friend. I'm not sure. S tier. When I was in 5th and 6th grade, I was definitely S tier because I grew from 4th grade to 6th grade. I grew from about 4'8", 4'7" to 5'6". So your boy grew a foot. Or something like that. Your boy grew a foot. And it was tough. It was tough for other people to keep up. Because before I was just shorter than everyone. So people would pick on me. But when I got in 6th grade, that's when my fights, I only had one fight that year in 6th grade. There was only one guy that wanted to fight me that I fought in 6th grade. And that's because he was actually a little bit bigger than me. And he was a transfer student, so he didn't know about my reputation. So yeah, but yeah, we got into a fight. It was funny. It was funny. Good. It was a pretty good fight. He got a shot on me on the side of my face. I remember it clear. We were playing basketball, and like he kept on like, because he was about 5'9", so he was a tall 6th grader. He kept on like elbowing me when we were playing basketball, and I got tired of him elbowing me, so I grabbed his elbow and I put it behind his back and pushed him because he kept on elbowing me, like backing me down and elbowing me. So I just grabbed his elbow, put it behind his back, and then just pushed him, and he fell forward because he kept on elbowing. And I told him to stop elbowing me, and he wouldn't stop. So then he just rushed me. He didn't even give me time to think. So he rushed me and got a shot on me. But then I grabbed him and flung him down to the ground and just started MMA. And then like everybody came and stopped. Like the PE teacher came and everybody came and piled on top of us. So it was good stuff. Good stuff. Good fight. Probably the most competitive one I had. Because it was he got a good shot on me, but I just kind of I just used the momentum against him and just flung him down and just started hammering him like this, like like MMA fighters. I was just like, ah! Shout outs to Andy Mine. Hit us with that big Toby Blaster donation through YouTube super chat. 100 NOK Norwegian crowns. Thank you so much. And just to let you know, Ursha Gaming, Irene, she's from Norway too, man. She's amazing. So shout outs to Norway. And he says, even with the way you think about Western composers, I still love T. Lopes and his work on Sonic Mania. I'll send you one of his songs via Twitter. Just put it in the background. Okay. Now, hold up. So remember, here's the thing though, Andy. Here's the thing. I think that I needed to be more clear about this. From what I've seen from Western composers on Japanese IPs, that is the exception. Because I said like Donkey Kong, right? So Donkey Kong, that is a Japanese IP in terms of where it was originated from, but a Western composer, I'm not necessarily putting that in the same category. So Japanese IPs with Western composers are a bit different because you have to step up your game when you're composing for a classic franchise. Like Sonic, you need to have memorable music in Sonic. If you don't have memorable music, that's part of the experience. So I do feel that Sonic Mania, the Sonic games, whatever composers that they've had in the past, whether it's Western or if it's the Eastern composers, they've all been great for the most part. They've all been really good, except for Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. There's nothing good about that game. Nothing good about it. So shout outs. Thank you so much for the Toby Blaster gold super chat donation. I do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get that music going. I do have some more music to play though. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Engage the enemy. So let's go ahead and let's play that next. Sorry, I'm slacking on the music, guys. So no, not Xenoblade Chronicles 2, just Xenoblade Chronicles. Engage the enemy. Let's go. Here we go. Absolutely. By the way, it's not $100. Yeah, not $100. 100 Norwegian crowns. 100 Norwegian crowns. This is an awesome song. Not $100 though. Not $100, guys. Bear X's Sonic Boom is the best game ever made. What? That's a joke. That's a joke. Shoutouts, brand new ninja. Hit us with that. What was it? Hold on. Abed Atia. Hit us with that subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to the elite ninja village of PlayerEssence. Trust me, you are the top of the top. There is not a better community, more close-knit community, more balanced community than PlayerEssence. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. No exam here. You just get a headband. You just get a headband straight out from the beginning. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. Also, shout outs to once again Andy Mine hitting us with that donation. Thank you so much, homie. Do appreciate that. Best game ever made. Gonna unsub. It's all good, man. How many inches do you have on your TV? Shout outs to Urcha Gaming. Shout outs to Irene. See what I'm talking about? Like, what Western game has a track like this? Like, what Western game do you expect music like this? Are there any Western games that give you tracks this memorable that doesn't sound like God of War or Castlevania Lords of Shadow or Skyrim or any of the Western games? Like, the music is so distinct in the best Japanese RPGs, whereas I don't remember, like, in the best Western games, I don't remember the music. It's not memorable to me. It's not memorable enough. Whereas, like, almost every single track in Xenoblade, in Chrono Trigger, in Secret of Mana, like, you can remember them. They stick out like years. I can listen to Chrono Trigger. I cannot listen to any Chrono Trigger music for 5-6 years, and then as soon as the song plays, I'll be like, oh, I remember that. That's Chrono Trigger. Like, that's the thing with Western music. I cannot do it with Western music, and I don't know why. And I played a ton of Western games. I don't remember the music from any of the greatest Western games out there, you know? Yeah, I've been hearing some stuff. Let's actually get into the core content, right, guys? Okay. So, let's talk about the Switch features and stuff, then we'll talk about RPGs and all that, since we've already been talking a little bit about it. Okay. So the new firmware update just came out, right? 5.0.1. So what I've been hearing is that the Nintendo Switch Online, pretty much every single update to this point, why it's taking some time, is they're really getting ready for that online play. The online play and the features being added to the Switch are going to be quite significant. what I'm hearing is that it might even break on day one because it's so different from what Nintendo has done before. Now, I don't have any details on this. This could just be somebody blowing smoke up my ear or whatever the case is. But that's what I've been hearing, is that Nintendo really need to prep this because since it's their first time, like, they're afraid that the whole thing's just gonna break. Like, it's just gonna break. So I would expect more updates up until then, and maybe even having some type of break, like how the eShop broke. Like, multiple times the eShop broke at times, you know, like when like certain games came out just because of the server loads and things like that. I've been hearing that like that could happen with this. You know, they're scrambling to really make sure that they get it good. And this is obviously, this could be just somebody just, like I said, stating the obvious, right? Nintendo was supposed to launch this service in the fall of 2017. They decided to push it back quite a bit, right? Push it back to not even the first quarter, so now to September. So obviously they're taking their time with it, a year and however many odd months after the launch. They don't want it to completely break into shambles, you know. I have no more iced tea. That's unfortunate. Shout outs to Soul Eater 23. Hit us with a $5 donation through Super Chat. Thank you so much, my guy. I do appreciate that. And he says, "What up, my guy? I'm watching your stream while recording the video. Keep it up, yo." Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Soul Eater. Keep recording those videos, homie. Send them to me on Twitter. Give you a little bit of shout outs, retweet if you want me to, man. So definitely hit me up. Let me know about your channel, dude. Shout outs, dude. Soul Eater. Is that Soul Eater off of the anime? Because I like the anime Soul Eater. It's good. So let's see here. Fallout and Doom music is rememberable, so memorable. I'll give you Doom, but Fallout, I would say only a few tracks are memorable in Fallout. Outside of that, it's just like Wanderer music, you know? Like, there's a few tracks that are memorable in Fallout, but not as much as Doom. I wouldn't even put Doom and Fallout in the same category. Doom has more memorable rock tracks, but is it anywhere near the level of Xenoblade? Are people gonna be like, oh yeah, greatest soundtracks of all time? Or are people gonna be like, oh yeah, Fallout is up there with like Xenoblade or up there with Chrono Trigger? It's like, no way. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that Western music doesn't have good music. What I'm saying is that it doesn't have super memorable music that you're going to use for background music, that you're going to use for just like stuff like Fire Emblem. I think Fire Emblem Warriors, to be in particular, absolutely crushes any single Western game. Here's every other Western game. Here's Fire Emblem Warriors. That game has god tier remixes of the original Fire Emblem music, different where they just mix it together. It's just so good. It's so good. Or even like Legend of Zelda. Any of the Legend of Zeldas, really. Fantastic music. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and we need to get some more music going here. We've got let's see here. Let's see. Barrett X with Persona 5 up next. So Persona 5, our beginning. Okay, no problem at all. Let's go ahead and get that going here. All right, Persona 5, our beginning. Let me know how it sounds, everyone. Network breaks, it just happens. You never know. You never know how much traffic you'll get. Stress testing just makes some headway. Yeah, Squid. I mean, that's exactly what's happening, man. Like I said, I don't know if this is for real or what's going on, but apparently there's going to be a significant amount of features being added in. A lot of good stuff. So we're just going to have to wait and see in terms of that. But I mean, the newest Switch firmware update just launched, just stability. But these improvements are all prepping, you know, for the big one that's coming. Apparently, do I think Sora's going to be in Smash? No. Metroid? Which Metroid? The original Metroid? McKay? It's Skiz. What's up, homie? Glad you can drop by the stream, Elite Ninja. Jumping in. Black Ops? I don't remember a dang thing from Black Ops. Well, Smash Brothers, that's a bit different because it's like all the different music from all the different franchises. So Smash Brothers, it's like hard to put Smash Brothers in there, but yeah, Smash Brothers is accumulation of all the most god tier music that's out there in the world. Mario Odyssey is good. I like Mario Odyssey. Fire Emblem? Oh, Fire Emblem Warriors? Oh, absolutely has god tier remixes. Never played Fire Emblem Warriors? I use it all the time in my streams or in my videos. Fire Emblem Warriors is amazing music. Amazing music. Amazing. So, okay, that's basically, we'll get to questions in just a bit, guys. We'll have a big Q&A segment. I'll answer questions so pretty much you guys don't have questions anymore like I did last night. But here, let's start with what's going on here, guys. So, RPGs, finally. Nintendo has finally realized my number one complaint, if anybody followed me back then, my number one complaint about the Nintendo Switch, or about Nintendo, was that there was not enough RPGs. Nintendo has finally understood this. I think third-party developers, not just Nintendo, but everyone has finally understood this, that you need a stable flow of RPGs. So, I wanted to ask you guys, the Elite Ninja, in order, in terms of this year, what are your most anticipated RPGs? What are you looking forward to the most? What do you want to see? And also, what are your favorite RPGs of all time? You guys can just give me a bunch of stuff. You guys are going to give me the material. And I want to read off you guys' stuff and react to what you guys have to say. So that was Persona 5, our beginning. Thank you so much, Barrett X. I do appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get that that Twitter link from Andy. Did you send it already, Andy? Okay, here we go. I see it. Okay, I see it. Here's a Twitter link. Let me go ahead and go to it right here. All right, Sonic Mania. We've got OST Studiopolis, Act 1 from Sonic Mania. That's coming to a Nintendo Switch in physical form near you, baby. Let's go. Your boy did not buy Sonic Mania because I knew Sega was gonna be cheap. Sega is like not quite as bad as Konami, but Sega has also kind of moved towards the, you know, not the AAA-ish anymore. They're gonna pull the cheap route every now and then when they can. They're gonna do it, and they did it with Sonic Mania. They knew good and well that they can get people to buy Sonic Mania digitally and then release it later physically. They had the money to make a physical version of Sonic Mania. They're not an indie studio. Yes, this game, Sonic Mania, was a little bit more of an indie game, I guess, right? But they're not an indie studio. If independent developers can scrounge together publishers to make physical editions, Sega should have been able to make one. You can't trick me, Sega. I'm on to you guys. So I waited. I was like, no, I'm good. I waited. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to go over some RPGs here, guys. Alright, so I'll read off some questions too. Shoutouts to Reggie. Shoutouts, Reggie. Thanks for joining us today. Bino Shadow says, OJ, do you think Nintendo will try to recreate Wii Virtual Console library on the Switch since there are some games exclusive to the Wii that are no longer available? I think, yeah, some developers will probably re-release them or whatever, like in HD on the Switch. Alright, let's see here. They should put a space pirate in Smash. They are like the praying mantises that shoot lasers from their eyes. Give it a badass new redesign and prep for Metroid Prime 4, and I probably made him and kick ass. Okay. I don't think they should put a space pirate in there, but I do think that there needs to be more. I would pick one of the bounty hunters instead of a space pirate, but that's just me. Let's see here. Outcast says, I really want to play Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Dragon Quest 11. Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 you'll be able to play this year, but Shin Megami Tensei 5 probably not. T-Dude says, at this moment, the Xenoblade Chronicles are my favorite RPGs, followed by Fire Emblem. Absolutely, great franchises. Those are pretty much my favorite too. Fire Emblem and Xenoblade Chronicles. Those are my two favorite right now. Dragon Quest 7 was pretty good from what I played. Okay, Dragon Quest 7. That's that was on PS2 originally, and then it was ported over to 3DS. Is it Arcane Shadow? Shin Megami Tensei is my favorite RPG series of all time. Every game is so unique, but still distinguishable as a Shin Megami Tensei game. Yep, true. Alonzo Vine says, Octopath Travelers is the game I'm most looking forward to, and Final Fantasy IX is my favorite RPG of all time. Okay, Final Fantasy IX, nice. I see you're a man of culture there. You're a man of culture. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss too many of these. This chat is going quick. I'm behind. Okay, so Paid Enthusiast says Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, Fire Emblem, Switch, Octopath Traveler, Valkyria Chronicles 4, Dragon Quest 11. Can you believe, like, anybody who sits here and says that Switch isn't getting amazing games, Switch isn't getting real console games, if I would have told you that Valkyria Chronicles 4, if Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, Project Octopath, a brand new RPG, and Dragon Quest 11 were all going to be on the Switch sometime this year or next year or early next year, you'd be like, what? If I would have said that, like, at the launch of the Switch, you know, if I would have said, like, yo, all those are going to be there, you'd be like, no way. Like, that is just, blows my mind. It blows my mind that all those games are going to be on the Nintendo Switch. It blows my mind. Anyway, I got to catch up with the chat, guys, so if you said something, please retype it, and I'll try to get through it again. So Zach Brown says Dragon Quest 11, Fire Emblem, I think you're talking about the newest Fire Emblem, Octopath. Yeah, this chat is popping off right now. Skies of Arcadia, Blackskin says Skies of Arcadia, Golden Sun, Lost Odyssey, all the Xeno RPGs, Chrono Trigger, and Cross, Legend of Dragoon, and these are a few I would like updates of. Yeah, man. What happened with the firmware update? Nothing really happened, guys. I just talked about how the firmware update just probably fixed a couple of little things, and Nintendo's prepping for some of the big stuff. I'm hearing some big stuff is coming with the firmware update. That's pretty much what I said. So yeah. If anybody asks in the chat in terms of, like, if somebody says, like, what happened with the firmware update, if one of the mods, if you guys can explain to them who's been, any of the mods that have been here, just explain to them what happened with the firmware update, you know, just, like, tag the person's name and let them know, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. Favorite RPG games as the Wii U owner, Switch ain't getting them. Yeah, man, that was rough in these streets for the Wii U when it came to RPGs. Dragon Quest 7, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm talking about Dragon Quest 8. Sorry about that, yes. Sorry, I'm talking about Dragon Quest 8. I was talking about Dragon Quest 8. My bad. Dragon Quest 8. Dragon Quest 8. So yeah. Silent Blade says, I want to see Elder Scrolls 6 come to Switch. Elder Scrolls 6 isn't a real thing right now, though. That's the thing. It's not real. We don't know if it's, we don't know. See, Fire Blast Gaming says Pokemon, Switch, Octopath Traveler, and Smash Bros. Are all games I'm looking forward to. Yeah, that's not, we're talking about RPGs, though, not just games you're looking forward to. South Park Stick of Truth. Ali Matt says, I played South Park Stick of Truth as my first RPG. Wow, you must be really new school then if South Park Stick of Truth was your first RPG ever. So many games are like pseudo RPGs these days. So South Park Stick of Truth, that came out 2013, something like that, 2014, 2013. Okay. Elite Ninja, Hokage's right-hand man, SqidVishus says, Final Fantasy VII Remake Persona 5 would be nice to come. Of all time, Chrono Trigger, Lufia 2, Final Fantasy 5, 7, 9, 11, and frankly, the original NES Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, and Final Fantasy 1. Okay, also, good picks, Squid. Skies of Arcadia, yeah, Umberto. I don't really talk about Skies of Arcadia much, although I'll probably do a retro reboot on Skies of Arcadia. Pretty much a whole episode, just one whole episode on Skies of Arcadia. I would really like to see that come back, but it's Sega, so there you go. KOTOR's good. I like KOTOR. I think Mass Effect's better though. That's just my opinion. Not Mass Effect Andromeda, not that game. The other Mass Effects. Let's see. Party Man says Ease 8, Octopath Traveler, Fire Emblem Switch. Okay. Yep. I'm looking forward to all those too. Is Dark Souls an RPG? Kinda. Not really, but kinda. There are too many comments here. You guys are so popping off right now. I can't keep up. I played it when I was 14. Blame me. Okay, Andy, you're really young. It's all good. It's good being young, man. And based on what I've talked to you from PE Arena, seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, man. Seems like you're a good guy. So that's all it's about, man. Seems like you're spending your time, you're being productive. You seem really cool, so it's all good. The thing that I don't like to see is, it's always good to, like, when you're young, obviously you're going to be goofy, you're going to want to have fun and all that, but I like to see young guys and young girls that aren't trolls online, that are spending their time correctly and wisely, and that are spending their time, whatever free time that they do have as a young adult. If you can play some video games, do it. Taking care of your family, doing whatever you need to do. So it seems like while you're young, you're taking care of business and you handle yourself in the right way. So shout outs, man. Nothing wrong with being young. The problem that I have is that a lot of these young kids be going online and acting stupid. And then they're going to end up, like I said, wasting their time. Because like when I was younger, I wasted my time. I was always wasting my time when I was younger. I always wasted my time. I don't think there was times where I wasn't wasting time. Like I said, I woke up shimmying, and I went to sleep shimmying. I didn't ever take anything seriously. That was my problem. And then when I graduated, like I said, I graduated with 2 degrees in my hand, went back home, and was like, because for a good 7 years of my, or more than that, I didn't care. I was just worried about the next video game to buy. So, seems like you're doing a good job, Andy. Shout outs to, let's see here. Is spending time here, spending time well, you think? Yes. Spending time here with me is spending time well. Because 1, you're gonna learn valuable ninja lessons, okay? 2, you're gonna meet great friends that you can potentially have long-lasting, potentially lifelong relationships with when it comes to video gaming. So, and 3, it's social skills. Those are all positive things, positive interaction because of the atmosphere that we meant, like that we do here. Now, look, not trying to put anybody out on blast. I'm not talking about anybody else, but if you go to other people's chats and go to other people's stuff, it's toxic. There are people that are being angry. There are people that are yelling because a lot of these YouTubers, they don't care what goes into their chat because they just want as many people as possible, as much revenue as possible. You know what I'm saying? For me, we don't tolerate that here. So here, we're not only teaching you life lessons, we're not only talking about great games and talking about stuff, but everyone here is cordial. Everyone here is nice. You meet up with people to play games. I mean, it's social stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a positive atmosphere, which is in turn going to be better for you when you're interacting and you're dealing with other people. Now, I've even converted some people. I won't say their name, but there were people that were really rowdy when they used to come into my chat, cussing and certain things like that, and they saw how everyone else was, and they tried to do that. They saw how everyone else was nice, and whenever they did that, they got people would tell them, "Hey, stop that," and they stopped doing that. So they used to go on, other people's chats and be all crazy and do dumb things. And since they came here, they learned to calm down and treat people better online because we don't do that here. In terms of if somebody treats you with respect, you treat them back with respect. You don't just go out there and attack people. Whereas in other chats, I've seen that where people just go out there and attack people like they use it as some type of troll breeding ground to have fun. We don't do that here. So when you spend time here, it is time well spent. You learn a lot of great things. Positive community. That's good. It's time well spent. You said I'm looking a little thin? So there you go. Don't worry about how I look. Just worry about the content, my guy. Worry about yourself. Okay, so let's go and get back into the comments. I'm trying to go through. There's a lot of comments. What's up? My day's going good. I'm having a good day today. How are you? Gotta act your age. Yeah, man. Who were still playing? Anybody still playing ARMS? Little Mac DLC. You're not gonna get any Little Mac DLC for ARMS. That's crazy. They're not gonna stretch out Little Mac's arms like that. Time playing Rocket League is time well spent. Absolutely. It would be funny if the real Reggie is in the chat. Yeah, it would be funny if it was, but it's not the real Reggie. It's my boy, the other Reggie. OJ, does Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE count as an RPG? Yeah. It's like the exact definition of an RPG. It's like an RPG to the T. Shout outs to Fury Tiger. Fury Tiger says, so many favorite games. So I picked Phantasy Star 4, Most Wanted, Octopath Traveler. Please give me Phantasy Star 5 someday. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Excuse me. I mean, I wouldn't say Dark Souls is technically an RPG. I would say it just has RPG elements. I mean, there's definitely some RPG-ness to it. I mean, you have levels. When you defeat an enemy, you gain experience. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's technically, one, but it's just not There's just some things that you can do in Dark Souls that makes it not an RPG, but it's definitely more RPG. I mean, it could classify as an RPG. It could. No, here's the thing, Liquid Metal. Let me clarify that. When it comes to impersonation, or when it comes to it, Reggie Fils-Aimé, that's more of a parody, more so than anything, because Reggie Fils-Aimé doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's on Nintendo of America, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel in terms of a persona as far as what he's doing for a YouTube channel. He doesn't have one. Now, if he did, he can definitely get in trouble for that. That's something that you can get in trouble for. But if you're out there taking someone's picture, taking someone's name, and sitting there and acting like you're them, or impersonation of a person who's a personality on YouTube or all that, that is 100% against YouTube terms of service, and you can get your channel canceled or closed out because of that. That's something that YouTube even talked about. That's the reason why they made the changes to the monetization. They said that they were tired of impersonator channels. They would have people that are taking their personalities, putting them up there, getting subscribers, and making ad revenue off of someone else's content. So that's the reason why I said, okay, well, that person that was impersonating, that's actually against YouTube terms of service, because that was a personality. That was something that I did. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Reggie Fils-Aimé, he doesn't have that. But if Reggie ever started a YouTube channel and started making money off of a YouTube channel with his face and his personality, and that was the name of it, and it was the exact same name, then yeah, that's definitely something to where our Reggie here would have a problem, might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But it's only a problem if the copyright holder, has a problem with it. If the copyright holder doesn't have a problem with it, then there's no problem. And I would think that if Reggie had a YouTube channel, would he have a problem with it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But there's a lot of YouTubers that have had, and PewDiePie deals with it all the time, right? There's other people that deal with it all the time, where people come in with their name or something that they used and then try to talk on the chat, and then even go into other people's chats and act like that person, which is a problem. YouTube doesn't want that. So that's the biggest difference between, Reggie here and what that dude was doing yesterday. So yeah. All right, take it easy, TG. Take it easy, TG. What's up, OJ? Looking forward to Ease 8 limited edition on the Switch. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna be copping that day one. Yo, Trap Lord Huey. Shout outs to Elite Ninja, Trap Lord Huey, my boy, the Jonin, the Arms God. And he says, you ready for Pokemon Chemical to be announced tomorrow? Yeah, man. Pokemon Chemical, Pokemon Nuclear, Pokemon Bill Nye the Science Guy as the professor in one of those. That's what's gonna happen, dude. It's like Bill Nye gives you a Charizard or something like that, or a Charmander. Mama Mercy says Dragon Age series, Dragon Quest, Pokemon Golden Sun, Legend of Zelda Tales series, The Witcher, and Rune Factory. Yeah, man. Yeah, those are all good. Oh, okay, so now you understand. Yep, there you go. Also, PewDiePie is a problem for himself. Yeah, PewDiePie is a problem for himself, but that still doesn't give anybody the right to impersonate his account, impersonate, his picture, use that, because that's copyrighted. Like picture, names, all that stuff. Like you can't do that. That's 1000% a copyright owner's personality for you to be going around and doing that. You can't do that. So that's the reason why that guy got banned, and that's the reason why that if he does that again, or if I see him around doing that again, I'm definitely could potentially take legal action and all that stuff like that, because I don't want him saying stuff or doing stuff, or you can't be doing that. Like I said, he's a loser. So if I see that around. And definitely, if you guys see that, if you guys see people doing that, make sure you report them. For impersonation, because you don't want that going around. Which has happened, where somebody impersonates somebody and then they say something that, oh, this person said something, and the guy was like, I never said that. Like what? That wasn't me, because some people are too dumb to click on the page and see that is a impersonation account. So yeah. Thrashing Wolf, what's up, my guy? What's up? What's up, Thrashing Wolf? Hey, OJ, did you get Atelier Lady? Did not get Atelier yet, guys. I have been up to my eyeballs in games and stuff to play. Just have not. I need to talk to Koei Tecmo. They'll hook me up with the code soon. Hi, OJ. Looking forward to Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Smash Brothers, and Pokemon if it comes out this year. Yep, those are good games. Ease 8 is successful. Ease 8, if Ease 8 is successful, do you think Falcom will change just a bit? I mean, we have NIS America to thank. I mean, I think it'll change just a bit, but I don't think it's like, I want the game to be successful just because, just because to stick it to him, not because I think it'll change his mind, just to stick it to him. But yeah, I think it might change. Maybe it might change. I'm not 100%. All right, take it easy, Spid Monkey. Appreciate that, man. Shout out. See you later. What's up, Milo? When Pokemon drops, will we do PE Arena? Bruh, I think you already know the answer to that. I think you already know the answer to that, Retro Rush. When are we gonna get a fake Damon Baker? Don't report me, guys. Nobody's gonna report you, Reggie. What you're doing is actually not against the rules, to be honest. What you're doing is not against the rules. Reggie isn't a personality on the. He's not a YouTube personality. You know what I'm saying? So what you're doing is not against the rules. I mean, you could not consider Bloodborne and those RPGs, but the fact is that they work like RPGs. But I can see why you don't consider them that. There's not really that type of story connected with RPGs. There's not really that type of, like, there's no party, like, to where you can party up. I mean, there's online play to where you can do that. But the fact that the reason why people consider it an RPG is because you can defeat an enemy, you can gain experience, and then you can intrinsically level up, which is the core fundamental of an RPG, is self-improvement through stats, through stat buffs, stat increasements. And Dark Souls and all the Souls games, you kill an enemy, you absorb their soul, you level up. You can level up your stats, or you can level up your magic, or you can gain a new ability by doing that. So therefore, it has the core, literally the core mechanic of what an RPG is, built into the gameplay. That's instant. That's right then and there, So that's the reason why it can be considered an RPG, where it can be considered one. Now, you can roll through the game. You can roll through the whole game not defeating anything, right? Or just only defeating the bosses, and then really just using bombs and using all sorts of other stuff. So, I mean, I can see why people don't consider it one based on how the story is, based on the gameplay, based on what you're doing. But it definitely has some action RPG core elements to it. So there you go. What did you miss? Just woke up. You missed quite a bit. Probably gonna have to watch the replay. All right, it says, take it easy, man. Appreciate that. Smash that like button. Do smash that like button. So it's a good thing that country singer named after me has it in his name. Otherwise, I take legal action. Is Xenoverse 2 more RPG or fighter? It's a little bit of both. But it's definitely more at its core, I guess, a fighting game with some RPG elements, So, no, Capcom hasn't accepted. If Capcom has accepted the Adam Boyle's challenge of porting Monster Hunter World to the Switch, then we would have known about it at this point. Was that a rhetorical question, T-Dude? Because if he has, then we would have already known at this point. You kind of hyped for the South Park on the Switch? Get hyped, man. It's a good game. I'm actually looking forward to playing it. What's up, Patch Debru? Shout outs for being here. Do appreciate you. Do appreciate you coming out to the stream. Take it easy, Barrett. Barrett, you gotta go. Take it easy, man. Well, you could not consider it one, but the thing about it is that it essentially is one. So you can not consider Bloodborne or whatever an RPG, but essentially it is, because it has the core mechanics of an RPG built into it. So it can be considered an RPG. If you don't consider it, that's fine. You can not consider Michael Jordan a great basketball player, but that doesn't mean you're right. I mean, you can consider LeBron James isn't that good. You can say that too, but I mean, doesn't mean that it's not that. Doesn't mean that he's not good. You know what I'm saying? But you can consider whatever you want. But it has all the core mechanics of what an RPG is. It just does. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It has all the core mechanics of an RPG built into it. So it can be considered an RPG. That's plain and simple. If you don't consider it one, you don't consider it one. But it is, essentially. But essentially it is, because it has all the core mechanics of an RPG built into it. Kill an enemy, you get experience, you level up intrinsically. That's an RPG. Not like you kill an enemy, you get experience, and you get a new gun. You know what I'm saying? Or you get an attachment for a gun. You know, that's more of a shooter with RPG elements. Nobody's going to consider Call of Duty an RPG because of the way that you level. You don't intrinsically level with your character. You just get upgrades. So that's the difference between like a Bloodborne and like a Call of Duty that has XP, right? You don't intrinsically level with your character. You're human, who you are. You know, you just get guns and attachments, you know, and things. Some of them might be worse than the gun that you had before. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get like more running speed. You just get an ability that might make you run faster that you have to equip or not. It can go away if you want to move it out of the slot, you know, whereas Bloodborne has distinct intrinsic levels for things in terms of what you can do and who you are as a character. So that is the core fundamental of an RPG. The core fundamental of an RPG. Now, there's lots of other things. Obviously, RPGs have been branched out to various different aspects, RPG elements here and there, but that's the core fundamental. Intrinsically is the key. Your person, you as a being, can you get stronger, faster, whatever, not through attachments and stuff like that, but actually intrinsically level up. And that's what you can do in Dark Souls, Demon Souls, all those games. You get souls and you level up intrinsically. So therefore, RPG at its core. There's nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. The chat is in slowdown. I don't know if it's in slowdown. I didn't put anything in slow. So, I don't know why there's so much talk about this. It's like, what, is Dark Souls an RPG or not? It's like, it is. If you don't consider it one, then don't consider it one, but it is. I mean, it can be considered, it can be considered that. It can be considered that. So, I mean, all right. So, let me know with some questions, guys. Questions, comments, topics, concerns, all that stuff, and we'll go ahead and ramble. We'll go ahead and ramble off some of those. Even the description of Dark Souls says, the Souls series is a series of action role-playing video games created by developer From Software. Action role-playing. Dungeon crawling. It's an action RPG. I don't know what else to say. Like, even that's the official, the description of the game says that. So, yeah. Let's see here. Still waiting for the Pokemon Direct, or will it not come this day? The announcement, guys, that was a rumor. I mean, like, don't sit here and think like that's gonna take it to be true. I even said there, I doubt that. I don't know if this is gonna happen or not. I doubt. So don't sit here and like, don't be waiting for like Pokemon Direct, Pokemon Direct. Like, don't be sitting here and waiting for it like it's gonna come. You know, Pokemon. I said it's an action RPG. It's an action RPG. It's not a traditional JRPG. Although it's from Japan, so I mean, apparently a J action RPG, yeah, whatever. But that's the official description of Souls games. Like, if you guys don't want to believe even the own people, then that's fine. It's fine. Jucifer, you got me. I'm wrong. It's not about being wrong or right. It's not about being wrong or right. It's about learning. Trust me. I've been wrong many times and had to learn from you guys. So, same thing with me, man. Does Nintendo actually consider them RPGs? Legend of Zelda? I don't know if Nintendo actually markets and promotes them as RPGs. I don't know if they do that. I think they promote like Xenoblade as like a hardcore RPG. They Project Octopath, yeah, but I don't think Nintendo's going around saying, yes, Legend of Zelda, the most hardcore RPG series, or the longest running RPG series at Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo's going around promoting it like it's an RPG, like Zelda is. There's no intrinsic leveling in Zelda, so I mean, It has a story like an RPG at times, but isn't an actual RPG? Not really. It's like more of an adventure game. It's like a grand adventure. Also, shoutouts to JKeyzation. JKeyzation, hit us with that subscription. Thank you so much, JKeyzation. Welcome to the Ninja Village, the elite Ninja Village of PlayerEssence. Everyone in the chat, please make him feel very, very welcome. Appreciate that. Only his weapons. Yeah, I mean, even though I would even say that it might be an RPG if his weapons leveled up, but his weapons don't even level up. And in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, his weapons break. So, I mean, like, there's more RPG elements in the game. I mean, obviously, open world isn't exclusive to RPGs, but there's, like, a lot of stuff that you would see maybe in RPGs in Zelda. So there's some elements here and there, but I don't think it's an RPG, you know, per se. Excuse me. OJ, what will be the next major announcement? Unannounced? Okay, unannounced third-party JRPG that will come to Switch, in your opinion? Probably like something from Bandai Namco. So like a Code Vein, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, you know, something like that. So something from Bandai Namco. The hearts are intrinsic, but you don't get the hearts from leveling up. You don't kill an enemy, get experience, and then get a heart. You get intrinsic hearts from like defeating getting heart pieces, finding a heart piece, and then getting that heart piece. That heart piece has nothing to do with experience. It's an upgrade more than anything. It's not intrinsic leveling. It's something that you find. I mean, yeah, sometimes you beat a boss, you get a whole heart piece, right? But that's more than an upgrade. That's not experience that you got and intrinsically leveled up your health. That's just something that you found. It's not experience. You need it, guys. You need it for it to be an RPG. You need experience. You need leveling from that. Not like I found 4 heart pieces, then all of a sudden I have more health. That is an upgrade. That is stuff that people have been doing since old school NES, where you can find 4 different parts of something, then your guy has higher attack power, or you know, something like that. That's an upgrade. His clothes level up. That's true. His clothes do level up. You can level up his clothes. That's true. But it's just his clothes. So like I said, there are some RPG elements to it, but there's not really any real things that's going to make it like Dark Souls has more RPG elements than Legend of Zelda, because you intrinsically level up without the help of like the leveling up comes from you gathering materials and then you fortifying your armor. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come from you killing an enemy, you getting experience, and then you leveling up. It comes from gathering materials, so that is technically an upgrade to your armor. So yes, you level, but it's not like, okay, I'm going to go kill 500 of these things, gain experience intrinsically through a number, and then I'm going to level up my armor that way. It's like, I need to find this, and this, or these 2 things, or a bunch of these type of things that I can maybe even potentially just pick up on the ground, okay? That I can just pick up on the ground, and then I can make this armor and it levels up. So upgrade and intrinsically leveling are 2 completely different things, guys. I think some of you guys aren't making the distinction between the two, between leveling as an RPG, which is you, person, sword, hit enemy, points accumulate, something gathers in you, you go screen, press button, up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to explain it to where it's as basic as possible. I'm not trying to be mean, but like that's what it is. Not okay. I'm gonna gather this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient. I'm gonna go to some fairy. She's gonna take me underneath something, then come back up with a stronger level on my armor. Like that is an upgrade. I mean that is an upgrade. It is not the same thing. You know, not the same thing. Not the same thing, guys. No, Zelda is an action RPG. No debate. There's definitely a debate. There's 100% a debate. 100% a debate. I think it's more of just an action or adventure game. This is 100% a debate. There is definitely a debate. Definitely a debate. Definitely. You know, the funniest thing about this whole Zelda RPG or not, whatever, I think it's also based on how people define role-playing game too, right? A lot of people define role-playing games, okay, well, you're playing certain roles and you go on a grand adventure. So that means RPG, right? Whereas to me, I don't think that's the only way that you can do that, because back in the day when RPGs were made, a lot of other games didn't have that. You didn't play as roles. You just played as dude, and you go around just punching people, like Double Dragon, you know what I'm saying? Or like the beat 'em ups. So I think that's where role-playing kind of games, like, okay, well, you put yourself in an adventure, you put yourself in these different roles of these characters, and you go off. But that is so widespread now. You know, I don't think that the simple definition of, okay, you're putting yourself as, you're playing a role in this grand adventure. Back in the 80s, only RPGs did that. You know what I'm saying? It was either beat 'em up or it was like RPG for the most part. I mean, there were other types of games. I mean, there was sports, there were other things, but that's basically what it was, you know? Whereas now, there are a lot of games that aren't RPGs that put you in roles and set you off on grand adventures. You know, there's lots of games that do that, but they're not RPGs. And I think that's where people say, okay, well, Zelda's still an RPG from the oldest of old school definition, right? Of role-playing game, you know, the actual, like, okay, roleplay, you're playing that role, you're going off on an adventure, you know? So I don't necessarily see it that way. I see it to where it has to be, yeah, you need to play that role, you need to go out on that adventure, but then you also need to be able to do the stuff that RPGs did, which was intrinsically leveling. And that's the one thing that Zelda lacks. Zelda, that's a big thing to me to say that you don't have, you know, for me. To say Zelda is 100% RPG, like, no debate. Like, I think there is a debate. Now, if Link leveled up intrinsically, then there wouldn't be a debate. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a little bit, there wouldn't be a debate. You know, even if it was like the level 20, like Mario RPG or whatever. What does Mario RPG go to? Level 30 or something like that? Even if it was Mario RPG, I wouldn't have a problem. But, you know, that's my opinion on the matter. Now, shout outs to Cinnamon the Hacker. Says, how do you feel about Bandai Namco? No Soul Calibur, Fighter Z, God Eater, One Piece, etc. Well, we're getting One Piece. We're just not getting one of the One Piece games. We've already gotten 2 One Piece games on the Switch. And where's Tails? Tails is coming, so just relax. In terms of Bandai Namco, Fighter Z, I've already explained this a million times, Cinnamon Hacker. All those games were in development far before the Switch was even something. Like, they can't just snap their fingers and make Fighter Z appear out of nowhere. They can't snap their fingers and make Soul Calibur appear out of nowhere. All these games have been in development. Like, you hear about it just recently. That doesn't mean it just got started development recently. Those games were in development years before the Switch was even a thing, where there was even a dev kit. And Bandai Namco already explained that they didn't think the Switch was going to sell well starting off, or they didn't think it was going to take off as well, so they didn't really worry about spending any resources in it. You're going to see a lot of those games come over. So you just need to have a little bit of patience. This is where I say, Nintendo fans, just chill out. Have a little bit of patience. Let the system get some sales. Let them make the games. Let them port it and do a good job. I don't need to be mad at Bandai Namco because they're actually one of the most. They've put out some of the most games on the Switch at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've put out some of them. They've been one of the leading third-party developers on the Switch at this point in terms of total number of games. So, I mean, there's no reason to be mad at them right now. And if anything, be mad at Nintendo for making the system, the Wii U, that failed, okay, and not making it more like a traditional PS4, Xbox One, or whatever the case is. So they could have got all those games, and we might still have Wii U at this point. So if you're going to be mad at anybody, be mad at Nintendo first, and then be mad at Bandai Namco, because Nintendo plopped out a system right in the middle-ish / end of the generation, and developers aren't just going to be like, oh, Switch is out, let's go run and make games for it, like, out of nowhere. No, nobody's going to do that. The Wii U sold like trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to do that. So you can't, it's 50-50. You can't just blame them. Blame Nintendo and then blame Bandai Namco if you want to do that. But just relax, calm down, and you're going to get, trust me, you're going to get your games. You're going to get your games from them. Zelda has lots of RPG elements, but it's not an RPG at its core. There you go. And my alarm is popping. I hope my alarm doesn't go off. Okay, it didn't. Okay, good. So let's see here. Monster Hunter is debatable. Monster Hunter is definitely debatable with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is very debatable. Very debatable. Let's see here. There's a huge Reddit page on is Zelda an RPG. It's a great debate. It's not a bad debate, and I think I kind of want to have that debate with someone who thinks it is, and then I think it isn't, and then maybe we can actually get a round table on this one, because I want to have that debate. I want to have a respectful debate on that, man. But thank you, Cinnamon the Hacker. $5 donation. Everyone in the chat, please give some hand signs. Give some jutsus. Give this man, Cinnamon the Hacker, for some love for that donation. I do appreciate that, my guy. I do appreciate that. Let's see here. Tales in Star Ocean for the Nintendo Switch. Okay. Well, Star Ocean is, I don't know what's happening with Star Ocean. Zelda is an action adventure game with RPG elements. That's what I classify it as. I classify it as an action adventure game with some pretty broad RPG elements kind of thrown into there. Just like Call of Duty, I see Call of Duty as a shooter, as a first-person shooter with some light RPG elements in there. You shoot somebody, you kill them in multiplayer only. But the single player doesn't do that. But like in the multiplayer is a shooter with some light RPG elements, some light RPG elements. Capital on the light. They don't, they don't include leveling. Okay, so then how do you build up intrinsically in Ys 8 or in the E series, Elgin? How do you intrinsically level up your character? What do you do in them to get better? But I see where Cinnamon's coming from. Obviously, a lot of people are looking like, oh, well, where's the games that I want? But you have to realize that, once again, PS4 and Xbox One are so much older than the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo literally just plopped out a system in the middle of the generation. People just aren't going to rush out and in the middle of development of their games, all of a sudden announce Switch versions when they're not even done with the PS4 and Xbox One PC versions. It's not that easy to do. It's not easy to make games, especially on a system that's not even the same architecture. It's different architecture. Obviously, it's easier to port than it was with the Wii U, but it's ARM CPU. It's not even x86. Then you have the cartridge sizes. There's all sorts of things that you have to consider when making games on the Switch. And if you drop it in the middle of a generation, I wouldn't expect everything that's not even out yet to all of a sudden be announced for Switch. That's not going to happen. You're not going to see that. So that's basically what's going down. Bamco's definitely going to end up supporting the Switch. Here's the thing, guys. The more the Switch sells, the more RPGs, the more games that we'll get. So that's the reason why, even though maybe it seemed like I was being a fanboy, maybe so. I don't really care. I knew in my mind, in my heart, that we needed to buy this system. It wasn't even about waiting to see what games. No, you need to buy the system. It's do or die here, and that's why I was so adamant about everyone buying the system if you can. Don't wait for third-party developers to announce stuff because you'll never get those announcements. That's what everyone was saying with the Wii U. Oh, well, I'll wait till they announce something. I'll wait. No, buy the system. With Nintendo, you got to buy the system. They just came off the Wii U. They just came off the slow, or not just, but there was a slow start with the Nintendo 3DS. No, we can't wait. No. No waiting. No waiting. Buy it now. Like, if you can buy it, get it now. Because we need to show developers that people want the system. You have these jabronis, these idiots online telling you to wait. Telling you, oh, well, look at Wii U, wait. No, that's the worst thing that you can do. You want third-party support on the Switch, you got to buy the system to show that you want to play games on it. There needs to be an install base. They're not going to trust Nintendo like they trust Microsoft and Sony to sell systems. It's just not going to happen. So when people were saying wait and don't buy the system that are supposedly Nintendo fans, it's like, you guys aren't Nintendo fans. What do you mean wait? The dumbest thing that I've ever heard. You want another Wii U? Shut up. That's what I was telling those people. People call me names, call me fanboy. Call me fanboy. You guys are dumb. You guys don't. If you guys want the system to do well, then you're gonna buy it. You're gonna be positive. Yes, there's gonna be issues with the system. Yes, it's not gonna have everything that you need. But don't sit here and tell me you want third party on Nintendo. You want third party on Nintendo. Then tell people don't buy the system. That's dumb. That's like literally like an oxymoron. Look, I'm a man of my word. Call me a fanboy, whatever the case is. I'm a man of my word. Nero, I'm a man of my word. So when I said that I was going to do everything that I can to make sure that the Switch is successful so we get third-party games, that's what I'm going to do. Well, Jucifer, here's the thing. The thing about it is that there were people at the launch, like, especially go back and watch the January event presentation. everyone, not everyone, but there was a lot of people saying Nintendo's dropped the ball. Nintendo's screwed. Nintendo, you didn't convince us to buy Switch, to pre-order Switch. I was like, are you guys insane? Look at all the first-party support that they launched, or look at all the first-party support that they announced. You get Legend of Zelda. You're going to get Xenoblade. You're going to get Mario. You're going to get Fire Emblem Warriors. You're going to get Project Octopath. You're going to get all these games that they showed off at that Direct. I was like, yeah, you need to buy it. You need to buy it because they're really trying to push to make sure that they get the system sales. So then third-party developers want to develop on the system. I mean, Nintendo even said that themselves. They even said that themselves. That's their plan. And people still don't listen. That was their plan from the beginning. Great first-party support. Get indie developers to fill in gaps and to make some games. And then hopefully third-party developers catch on. And then pay for a couple games here and there. You know, pay for the porting and process and all that. No, I'm not saying that you should regret buying the Wii U. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that, and I don't regret buying the Wii U either. My only thing was that, you know, people were saying, oh, well, because the Wii U failed, don't buy the Switch. And I'm like, that's the dumbest, like the most idiotic mindset to have. If you want third-party support on because obviously you want it on a Nintendo platform, okay? Because if you didn't care, then you just buy your PS4, your Xbox One, but you want third-party support on a platform, don't tell people to not buy the system. That doesn't make any sense. Nintendo can't force third-party developers to make all their games for the system. They can't. If a third-party developer doesn't want to make a system or doesn't want to make a game on the Switch, they're not going to make a game on the Switch. They can't force them to do anything. Nintendo can't say, it's not like Oprah. You make a game on Switch. Now you make a game on Switch. Now you make a game on Switch. Like, you can't. They have to want to make the game on Switch. Nintendo can only do so much. Nintendo can only pay for so much. They can't just give hand-me-outs to every third-party developer that's making games to rush out ports of games out of nowhere. That's kind of what they did with the Wii U, and they got bodied. So it's just is what it is, you know? Pay them. You can't pay everyone, though. I am, one more thing, guys. I want to give you guys a link. Sorry, I'll just look at something on Twitter. I want to give you guys a link to a giveaway that I'm doing. Many of you guys have already seen it, but if you don't have a Twitter account, make sure you get one. I have a $50 eShop card that I'll be giving away on Saturday. So if you want to have a chance at winning that eShop card, I wanted to pull it up for you guys first. If you want to have a chance at winning that eShop card, make sure you go on this post right here. That's not the right post. Let's see here. There you go. Make sure you guys go on this post and follow the directions to win. So here's that. That's in the chat. So shout outs there. All right. So if you guys have questions, we'll be answering questions. What is it? 1:36. We'll be answering questions for about another 30 minutes to the top of the hour. Or wait, no, that's not the top of the hour. Till about 2:45 my time, we'll probably be answering questions. So go ahead and put out your questions. Put out your questions. 3 likes away from 150. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can get to 150, Ninja. See if we can get there. The one Englishman says, "Hey OJ, when will get added? I became a Patreon member 2 weeks ago and posted the community on there. I added everyone that I saw from my notifications on Patreon. Please put another one. I just put up another one, or send me a personal message on Patreon if I have not added you yet. And there's also been Discord links and everything. So if you were having a problem with that, you could have easily hopped onto the Discord and got my code from there. So yeah, make sure you check Patreon. Push notifications to your phone. Look at the latest post and go ahead and put your friend code there, man. And I'll go ahead and add you in. Sorry about that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Mama Mercy says PlayerEssence was in line the day after they announced the Switch, pre-ordered the Switch. Well, I actually pre-ordered it online at Best Buy. So I pre-ordered it online. I think it was that night I think it was right after the presentation ended. Like later that night you could pre-order. I'm pretty sure it was later that night back in January 2017. So the link doesn't work. The link definitely works on my end. Yeah, the link definitely works on my end, dude. So you might need Chrome browser. Try Chrome, but it works on my end. All right, take it easy, party man. Yo, shout outs to my boy Andy Mine. Hit this with that 20 Norwegian crown donation. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, Andy. He says, do you think EA will continue to support the Switch? Does EA continue to support the Switch? What do you mean by that? Continue to support the Switch. Does EA support the Switch? Do I think EA will get more games on the Switch? No, not really. I don't think we're going to see a ton of games from EA on the Switch because EA's lame. And, you know, I don't think they're really porting over their engines and really trying anything on the Switch. So, nah, man, I don't think it's really going to come. So yeah, man. I don't think it's happening. Let's see here. Let me see if there's more questions. OJ, here's some of my favorite RPGs of all time. Pokemon. I think we went over that, didn't we? Pokemon, Xenoblade Chronicles, Ni no Kuni 2. Yeah, all good stuff, dude. Shoutouts, Fire Blast. Good list. PlayerEssence, Reti Lopez, PlayerEssence. Will there be at least a pre-E3 Nintendo Direct this year? I don't think so. Reti Lopez, please put a profile picture, because I know you're in here a lot, but please put a profile picture so I can attach some type of picture to your name. You're too good of a user to not have a profile picture. Liquid Metal says, let's see here. OJ, do you like RPGs, but what do you think of a LARP? LARP, live action role playing games. What's a live action role playing game? I don't know what that is. Skipbit Production says, isn't Payday 2 Western first person shooter? Yes, I know it's old. I would think, yeah, Payday 2 is like a Western first person shooter. Yeah. OJ, what's your favorite third party developer, and which of the developers games do you see coming to Switch this year? My favorite third party developer, probably like the people who make like Project Octopath. So like Square Enix-ish / Silicon Studio, like them, because Bravely Default is like my favorite, I guess, third party RPG out there. So yeah, so I'd probably say them. They're my favorite. So Square Enix, I don't want to put Square Enix as a whole, but just that slice of Square Enix and Silicon Studio who make Bravely Default. So yeah, they're my favorite. Let's see here. I'm trying to go through, see if it's got to work on the computer. Okay. I'm trying to see if any other questions here. You will not whoop me. JVSFCC, you will not whoop me in Smash 4. That just won't happen. I've never a live action RPG. LARP is a live cosplay event game thing. I don't know what type of weirdo stuff you guys are talking about, man. OJ, you gonna do a live stream for the PAX event in April? I mean, if it's feasible, yeah. Michelle Tackett says, when do you think Fire Emblem will come out? I got it for December, but it will be Xenoblade this year. Pokemon will come out in November. Those are my predictions. Those are pretty good. Those are solid predictions. Nah, I don't know about LARPing. Like, why would I know about? That's weird. That's weirdo stuff, man. I'm not gonna watch people cosplay and play as LARPing. Like, that doesn't even sound like LARPing. Does that sound like something that I'd be interested in? No, I'm not interested in that. Also, shout outs to Memo661. Hit us with that donation. Thank you so much, Memo. I do appreciate that. Or not donation, sorry. Brand new Ninja to the Village. Memo. Thank you so much. Everyone in chat, please make Memo661 feel very welcome. Appreciate that. I'm sorry that I don't know what LARPing is, guys. I'm sorry that I don't know what it is, but I just, like I said, I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Old man is not learning new tricks. Old man is still not learning new tricks. Bethesda, yeah, Bethesda would probably be my favorite. Okay, did you say favorite? I think somebody asked me a question about favorite Western developer. Did somebody ask me a question about that? My favorite Western developer is probably Bethesda. They're probably my favorite Western developer. If Xenoblade came out in December, so can Fire Emblem. Absolutely. What's up, G5? How's it going, man? What'd you miss? Nothing. Nah, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. A lot of stuff you missed, man. OJ, do you think there'll be a Smash ballot for the new Smash? I think maybe potentially at some point there will be one, yeah. LARP is for nerds, apparently. OJ, keep saying you're an old gun, but act old. You're still super young. Yeah, I do kind of act old, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I'm young in the grand scheme of things. I'm young, but like my mindset is not like with all the new kids. Like what new kids are doing these days. All the trends, like and all this stuff, man. Like I don't even like. I'm so slow to all the trends. That's why when I say that I'm old, I mean it that way. Williams says PlayerEssence Mario Maker port at E3. I think it's possible, or a new Mario Maker. The Artisan says Bayonetta 3 for October, perfect Halloween, plus Bayo 2 and Wii U dropped in October. Absolutely, I think October is a good one. Although I think in Japan Bayonetta dropped in September, but yeah, for the rest of the world Bayonetta was October. Casillo Santos says, OJ, what are the odds for a new Kid Icarus game for the Switch soon? Do you think Pit could show up in Smash 5? I think. Do you think Pit could show up? Yeah, Pit's gonna be there. He's been in there since Brawl, so yeah, I think he's gonna show up for the next Smash Bros. Game. I don't think they're gonna take him out. And I think that I would say there's a 50% chance or higher of a new Kid Icarus game on the Switch. WarioWare trademark? I don't know, man. I don't really like WarioWare. So, Leaf Stormblade says, when do people do Civil War reenactments? That's LARPing. Okay, well, I don't really care about that stuff, man. All right, take it easy, Michelle. Appreciate you being out here. Astra says, hi, OJ. Have you ever played the GBA Fire Emblem games? Yeah, I have. Blazing Sword or Sacred Stones on the Wii U Virtual Console. If not, I highly recommend them to play them. Yeah, I've played both of them. Now, do I like both of them? It's debatable, right? It's definitely debatable. OJ, do you think more COD games could come to Switch if COD Black Ops 4 comes to Switch? I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. It's always a possibility of more games coming over. OJ, do you think Kirby's a system seller now? It's still in the top charts on the eShop. I don't know if it's like a system seller, but it's a game that's going to help sell systems a little bit. I don't think it's not going to be like, like Fire Emblem or like, Pokemon or like anything like that. But yeah, are some more people going to buy Switch because of all the games that are on it and because of Kirby? Absolutely. But it's not going to be anything like Pokemon or something like that. Shout out to Nef1. I do appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'm glad I can get you back into it. People, I guess, yeah, people have been LARPing for ages. I just didn't know about the terminology. I didn't know that it was called, like, LARPing, as if it was, like, that's, like, what it's called. Like, it's just, I just thought, okay, some dudes are, like, because like, I remember there was somebody who was like inviting me to do that like when I was in high school. Like it's like, hey, we're doing Dungeons and Dragons or some type of like action RPG live, like where you have hit points and stuff like that. And I looked at him like he was crazy. I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna be the boss. I'm just gonna be kicking and punching people. Like you don't want me to go to that. That'd be bad for all of you guys. I'll have more hit points than all of you guys. I have a million different hit points, man. So, I mean, it would be bad for everyone else. You guys don't want me there. So. Had to switch to the YouTube gaming app. Yeah, the YouTube gaming app is much better, guys. Make sure you watch me on there. If you're watching on your phone, watch me on there. If you're watching on your desktop, watch me on YouTube gaming. Don't watch on normal YouTube. Just watch on YouTube gaming. I gotta stretch my back. Metroid Prime 4 still making it this year? Maybe. A lot of people don't think it will. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Guess we'll find out at some point, right? Thanks, Anonymous, hitting us with that subscription. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Do appreciate that. Everyone in chat, please make Anonymous feel very welcome. Castillo Santos says, OJ, aside Nintendo platform games, is there some game you want to know about at this year's E3? Nah, man. Not really. To be honest, man, I don't have enough time to play all the games that come out, but I mean, like, if a game comes out, I want it to be on Switch so I can play it wherever I want. If it's not on Switch, chances of me go down. Like, as I get older, the more and more stuff doesn't seem as exciting to me. Before, back in the day, it was exciting having all the systems. It was exciting doing all this stuff, but now it's like, you gotta work. So it's not as exciting having all these systems and having all these games when you don't have any time to play them. So for me, it's like I need a system that's going to be able, like, to where I can maximize my time playing and I can play it comfortably, because I'm a retired, old, beat up football player with a bad back. So I need something to where I can lie down and relax and play after a long day of sitting at work and editing videos and looking at a computer screen. So the Switch just offers that to me. I can just lie down on the ground here. I can relax. I can play the Switch. So I kind of need something like that, to the point to where it's like, like, I actually kind of need it. Unless I'm streaming, like, I can stream, but that's, once again, looking at a screen, interacting with you guys. So for me, if it's not on Switch, the chances of me playing it are like, goes way down. But if there's any games, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of games. I still have a backlog of games, so I need to worry about that. That's the thing that I need to worry about. Player says, "What are your top 5 characters you want to smash?" I did a video on that. So check out my characters that I want to smash, or my top 5 most likely characters. So check out that. I have a video. Just type in smash, and then type in most likely characters, and you'll see my top 5. Excuse me. Yeah, man. Yeah, Liquid Metal. No, I don't got a problem with other people LARPing or LARPs or whatever the case. I don't got a problem with it. It's cool. People can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. If it's fun and people like it, then it's all good, man. It's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. 58 games by no shadow. Yeah, my backlog is ridiculous. It's shameful how bad my backlog is. Like, I need to stop. I need to stop, and I need to actually play some of these games, man. Like, it's pretty bad, the backlog. Okay, somebody's yelling in my living room for some reason. Multiple times yelling. So let's not get into the console warring and arguing about who games who doesn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, console warring stuff. I don't even like the console war. It's not real, It's not real. So yeah, no need to say Xbox has no games. Xbox has a bunch of third-party games on the system, so you can play a bunch of stuff that's not on the Switch too. So. OJ, are you interested in Xbox One X exclusive games like Halo 6, Crackdown 3, Phantom Dust, etc.? Those aren't Xbox One X exclusive. I think you just meant Xbox exclusive. Are you planning on streaming some of your Xbox games anytime? I ain't planning on streaming nothing on Xbox. My Xbox is a media player. It's a high definite. It's a 4K Blu-ray player, and it's what I use for streaming. Like whenever you guys whenever there's like an event, like a Nintendo Direct or anything, it's what I use to stream to you guys. I use that to hook up to stream. It's a streaming box because it's the only system to where you can stream from YouTube or stream from there, not have to worry about any type of encryption. You can plug in your headphone or your headphones into the controller, have audio go to your headphones and go to your feed there. It's the greatest streaming box ever made. It has all the apps that you need. It's fast, it's quick, it's light. It saves you energy. It doesn't use as much power as like the original PlayStation 4. I mean, it's the perfect streaming device. It's a great box. It's a great media device, and that's what I use it for. It has Twitch on there, Twitch app. I watch Twitch. It's really just a $250 streaming box for me. That's what the Xbox is. I don't need it for games. I don't need it for games at all. I mean, I might pick up something every now and then and play something, but to be honest, I don't really play many games on it. I'll probably pick up like Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I'll probably pick up that on the Xbox. I mean, but the chances, I don't know if I'll play it. I might pick it up just to support Ninja Theory because I like the developers and it's cheap. But I mean, I'll still buy a game on Xbox every now and then. Like I'll still buy to add to my collection, but that's just so I can have something in the back so you guys can see some games. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I actually play a lot of those games. I bought a couple games. Cheap at Best Buy. I bought even though my boy Shinobu gave me Rise of the Tomb Raider. I bought Rise of the Tomb Raider because it was $14 at Best Buy, so I bought it just because I wanted the box. So that's what I kind of see Xbox as, a streaming device, a media box. All right, take it easy, T-Dude. It's not a bad. I mean, I know people people see it as a bad thing, but I don't really see that as a bad thing. Like, look, listen. If someone has a reason to buy an Xbox, they still have a reason to buy an Xbox, right? Like, that's still money that people spent. Now, I didn't buy my Xbox. I will admit my brother bought it for me and gave it to me. But at the same time, like, it's still something that you can use it for. You know, it still has its own unique traits and like things like streams are so much easier because of Xbox for me. So Xbox is helping out the village. Xbox is good. You know, it's helping out the village. It's doing good. So for me, I don't see any reason to hate on Xbox because it has all the third-party games that people want on Switch that aren't on the Switch. And it's an amazing streaming device. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's not bad. That's good. Mama Mercy says, me too. It tells me all the time I need to play more. But, you know, mom/wife stuff. I have so many long games I need to beat before their next game comes out, like Tomb Raider. Yeah, man. And there's too much stuff. Too much stuff that needs to come out. Yeah, I mean, but there's nothing wrong with it being a media player. So, I mean, might as well buy a PS4 or PC. OJ, Retzi Lopez. I don't know. I'm not sure if you know, but your boy's got a PS4 and your boy's got a PC. I got a gaming PC and I got a PS4. I've had them for years. I've had my gaming PC since 2015. I've had my PS4 since 2014. So I got my Xbox last. Yeah, I got my did I? I got it around the same time as I got my PC. I got my gaming PC I think at the end of 2015. And I think I got my Xbox in was it 2016? Or no, it was 2015 I got my Xbox. So I got my gaming PC last, but I got all of them. I got all of them. So it's all good. AA games. I mean, it's hard to classify what Hellblade. To be honest, it's an indie game. I mean, if you want to be, I mean, the core definition, Hellblade is an indie game. It's an indie game. It's self-published by a small studio. Hellblade is an indie game. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's an indie game, but it has really good graphics. It has, it doesn't look like typical indie games, so people try to classify it as something else, but it's an indie game. Hellblade is developed funded and self-published intrinsically by themselves. It's not published by anybody else. It's self-published by Ninja Theory. So indie, that stands for independent. Ninja Theory isn't owned by anybody, and they self-publish the title. Therefore, it's an indie game, independent. So it's an indie game. So Hellblade is like Ark then. Yeah, pretty much. If Ark is self-published and personally funded, like where they raise the funds themselves or got personal investors, if the studio isn't owned by anybody else, then yep, indie. Yo, my guy, Thought Police, my guy. Nah, not here, bro. Not here. Go ahead and put you on a timeout. Relax. Grow up. Get a different screen name. And come back. If you don't, go back to Low Tier God stream or go back to Etica's stream. Not here, man. Not here. Shout outs to Fury Tiger. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. See you for the next one, man. Any other questions, guys? D-Dub says, OJ, can we talk music from being a kid to teen to a few years ago till now in your super old age? Oh, God. What have you listened to, and what are your top albums in terms of soundtracks in certain eras of your life? Well, I grew up on like Michael Jackson music, so like, you know, Smooth Criminal and, you know, Beat It and Bad and all that stuff. So he was my favorite artist as a kid. So we're talking early 90s. Michael Jackson kind of fell out, you know, in the mid to late 90s. So for me, that was kind of the era of like some of the rap that was kind of coming in, Busta Rhymes, Puff Daddy, you know, stuff like that. Will Smith always had great music, so Will Smith was there. So that was kind of that era for me. And then 2000s was, more of the same, but it was also like, I really liked like Mace and Puff Daddy, them two together. I like Tupac and Biggie, but the funny thing is that they weren't my favorite. I like Beastie Boys more than both of them. So I would listen to Beastie Boys. Eminem and Beastie Boys are probably my two favorite. Eminem, Beastie Boys, and like Busta Rhymes. Those are like my three that I really, really liked. And I also really liked Puff Daddy. So yeah, that's pretty much what I listened to in like the mid 2000, like mid 90s to 2000s, even early 2000s. And then I kind of got into underground like rap. And I started listening to rock more. I started listening to like, you know, the old school rock music that I didn't listen to as a kid, like AC/DC and stuff like that. Later in my life, I started listening to that. And like, I was into like System of a Down. So it's like that stuff was like later on when I was older. But then like, I started listening to like Immortal Technique when I was older. Started listening to just stuff like that, like Tech Nine, some more of the underground rappers and things like that. So. And then once I got into college, I kind of stopped listening to all that and started listening to just like anime music. And then I became a weeaboo. Not a real weeaboo, but like I just started listening to anime music only. Bleach, Naruto, just all anime music. And then now I don't really care. It's like if something comes on, I'll be like, all right, cool. But like for the most part, I'll just listen to like Naruto, like when I edit. I was like listen to like Naruto or Bleach or something like that when I edit. So yeah, man. Wu-Tang, all that was part of it. Yeah. Good, all good stuff. Tech Nine is your favorite rapper? Yeah, man, Tech Nine's awesome. Yes, I've played Michael Jackson's Moonwalker on the Genesis. I was actually really excited when that game came out. I wanted to play it. So we had a local like shop, like a mom and pop shop that you can go in there and pay like $1 or a couple dollars to play games. So I saw the Sega Genesis hooked up, went over to the Sega Genesis, was like, I want to play Michael Jackson, you know, Moonwalker. So I just played Michael Jackson. I had like $3. They just let me play all day because it was really nobody was in there, so they just let me play. So I played Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for like 5 hours that day, and I thought it was kind of good. I think I liked it just because it was Michael Jackson in there. So I was like, I get to use Michael Jackson. Woo-hoo-hee-hee. And like I was just like going through playing Moonwalker, man. Oh man. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. Oh man. OJ going in today. Yeah, man, having a lot of fun. Couldn't catch till the end. What's up? What's up, man? Shimmying and moonwalking, yeah, man. Bone Thugs, yeah, can't forget Bone Thugs. Yes, I listened to Bone Thugs back in the day, like even in the early days, like early '90s. I was listening to Bone Thugs, not a lot though, but just I was listening to them. But yeah, I actually really like Bone Thugs. All throughout the mid '90s and 2000s, I listened to Bone Thugs. They're good too. If you guys have any more people that you listen to, let me know, and I can probably think of them. I just thought of people off the top of my head, but I listen to a lot of different people. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. We got a lot of people that are coming onto this and retweeting and even sometimes liking the tweet, but they're not subscribed to me on YouTube. They're not subscribed. So you've got to be, if you want to win the gift card, you got to be subscribed to me on YouTube, because I know that there's a lot of people on here that that aren't subscribed to me. So I'm gonna verify people, like whoever wins this gift card, this $50 gift card that I'm giving out. Shout out to Droid Got Banned for helping out with this one. But whoever wins it, like, I'm gonna verify that they're subscribed to me on YouTube, and that they didn't just subscribe that day, that they subscribed actually when I put up the thing. If they're not, then I'm not gonna give them the gift card. So Outkast, yes, Outkast. I do like Outkast. Late 2000s, I really like listening to Outkast. Sorry, Miss Jackson and Andre 3000 and Bombs Over Baghdad and all that stuff. I love Outkast. Great group. Great group. Probably, I think Case Keenum said something about Case Keenum. That's what Keenum said something about rock is his favorite. Metallica is probably one of my favorite rock groups. That's probably like, I know in high school, like Metallica was like, oh yeah, Metallica, they're like the greatest thing ever. So I do like Metallica. Fuel, that's probably my favorite song from Metallica. Oh, it's not OJ's money, it's Droid's money. I'll enter then. Yeah, go ahead and enter, Squid. Go ahead and enter. Yeah, it's Droid. Here's the thing, guys. Here's what happened with the gift card. I'm probably gonna, since this one has been a success, so I'm probably gonna give away big gift cards anyway. But like, I'll probably start doing it regularly. But here's the thing, guys. Like, so Droid, we remember a month ago or something like that, or earlier this month, when I had a live stream and I was like, okay, like Droid was like, hey, if you get like 5 or 6 sponsors within the next like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, I'll buy Kirby for you. So that's basically where all this came from. So I was like, okay, guys, come on, sponsor so he can buy Kirby, and then we hit the sponsor goal, right? So then we hit the sponsor goal. So then Droid bought me Kirby, or he bought me a gift card. But then right before like Kirby came out, Nintendo said, oh, well, we're going to give you Kirby. Because I didn't know, because they weren't responding back to me. So I didn't know if I was going to get Kirby. So I was like, okay, well, this is stupid. I have this gift card that was supposed to be for Kirby, but then Nintendo gave me a review code for Kirby. So I was like, I'm not just like, I could have been like, greedy and just spent the like okay, well, let me just put the gift card on my account and just buy a bunch of games that I want. Which there were some games that I was like, okay, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But I was like, but I just held on to it. I was like, you know what? Let me just hold on to it. Let me wait. So then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just give it away. So that's basically what happened. I was like, maybe I should just give it away. So that's where it kind of came from. So yeah, so I just decided to give it away. Instead of using it on myself, I was like, let me just give it away instead. So there you go. Ice Cube, I do like Ice Cube. OJ, what do you think about the Modern Warfare 2 remastered controversy? It's the one where there's no multiplayer, right? That'd be weird if there was no multiplayer. Like, why would there be just a campaign? That doesn't make sense. So I think there's more to the story. Yeah, if you want to enter, I can get you the link to how to enter. You're already subscribed to me and everything, so that's good. All you have to do really is I'm gonna post a link in the chat here. Who's that? Anton. I'm gonna post a link in the chat. All you have to do is just drop a comment because you're already follow me on Twitter and drop a comment there in this link that I'm about to post, and you're good, dude. But you gotta follow me on Twitter too. So I don't know if you already follow me or not, but you gotta follow me on Twitter. You already subscribed here. You're Elite Ninjas, so shout outs. Let me drop this. Let me drop this link real quick. There you go. So if you guys want to enter, you just got to follow me on Twitter. And then you also have to drop a comment there. And you can get a chance to win. I'll pick a winner by Saturday. You should get the gift card. I know, Mama Mercy. I know. I wish I could. I wish I could. Can I do it too? Absolutely, Leaf Storm. Go ahead and do it. Hit up the link and you can definitely do it. Okay, yeah, you follow me. All good, man. Just go ahead and drop a comment there on that link that I dropped, or go on my Twitter page and you'll see it on there. Go on my Twitter page, click on my name, my profile, then you'll see the just scroll and you'll see the link for it. It's be pretty cool. All right, guys, let's see, 250. All right, so I'll be on for about another 10 minutes, then I'm gonna get ready and go to the gym. So let's see, 10 minutes more. Like I'll answer questions for 10 minutes more. I'm gonna win Droid's money. Yeah, man. It doesn't come up. Okay, so just here's the thing. Just go on Twitter, Leaf Storm, and just click on my profile on Twitter, and then just scroll down and you'll see it on there. No, I don't know what you're talking about, Fire Blast. I haven't. It's still no profile pic. It does take a little bit of time. It takes I think it takes a little bit of time to put it in there. You too, Keenan Parker. Put a picture of Case Keenum's face as your profile picture. Okay, Keenan Parker. Put a picture of Case Keenum's face. I need to have a picture of you actually being Case Keenum. Okay. Going to the gym, XFL training. Yeah, man. If I told you, dude, if there, even though my mom roasted me, even though my mom roasted me for she really deflated my motivation, dude. Yeah, man. I'm still gonna go to the XFL, man. If there's a tryout here in California, I'm going, dude. If there's a team here in California, I'm going. If there's a team in California, I'll definitely go. I'll go to the tryout. But, man, I didn't feel like... I lost all motivation after my mom roasted me, dude. Oh, man. What would you rate Breath of the Wild? 9 out of 10? Breath of the Wild, 10 out of 10, bro. Breath of the Wild, 10 out of 10. Mama Essence confirmed. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got roasted pretty bad. It was not pretty. I'll go ahead and tell you what she said. She was like, I went over when the XFL was first announced. And for those who don't know, the XFL is a separate American football league that's coming in 2020. It's owned by Vince McMahon, who's the owner of the WWE, billionaire. And he's bringing back the XFL. They had it back in the day, like in I think the early 2000s, and then they only had one season, then it went off air. But then they're bringing it back now, 2020. The XFL's coming back. So, I used to play football for years. So I was like, I'm gonna try out. I was like, I'm gonna try out. So then that weekend when we found out about the XFL, I went to my mom's house because like I always do on Sundays, or like I do most of the time. And I'm like, hey mom, I'm gonna try out for the XFL. And she looked at me and she was like, you're going to try out for the XFL? I'm like, yeah, American football. My mom has always hated American football. My mom doesn't like American football. She says it's too physical. So she's always hated it. She doesn't like me getting hit so much, because she's a mom. So she doesn't like me getting hit. So I get it. But she looked at me and she was just like, you're going to try out for the XFL? I was like, yeah. She's like, son, how old are you? And I'm like, 30? She's like, and when's this league coming out? I was like, 2020. She's like, so you're going to be 32 years old. And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, you're too old and you're balding. There's young guys out there. You're not going to make it. And then she started laughing, and I was like, she's right. And I was like, yo, she's actually right. I was like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of young guys out there that are just fresh off of college that played at all these schools. I am going to be older. The chances of me making it are really bad. Like, it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, mom roast. It was a dose of reality too, though, you know, so dose of reality. Mama knows, yeah, man. Mama Essence, she roasted me pretty bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try out, but I mean, chances of me making it, slim to none. I am a little too old at this point. Yeah, and there are gonna be really good players, young guys that are gonna be in that league, but you never know. You never know. I gotta lose 30, 40 pounds first. OJ, are you interested in Cyberpunk 2077, the action RPG from CD Projekt Red? We haven't seen enough on it for me to be interested yet. And I don't like The Witcher, so still not interested. And he's still streaming. LOL. Yeah, man. Been 2 hours plus, still streaming. Yeah. I'm going to assume your mom hasn't seen the level of XFL football. Actually, to be honest, the level of XFL football was not bad. I think they had, at least back in the past, they had 100 guys go from the XFL to the NFL. So, it's not bad. 100 guys? Not bad at all. Stone Cold Stunner. He hate me. And Tommy Maddox. Those are probably the two most successful guys that came from the XFL because they were actually starters in the league. Well, Rod Smart, or He Hate Me. I think he was a kick returner, so we did start at technically kick returner, but Tommy Maddox actually started at quarterback for the Steelers. So yeah, man, it was pretty good. Leaf Storm Blaze says, do you think Dragon Quest XI will come this year? Yeah, they've already announced, Square Enix has already confirmed that it'll come this year. Moms, they are good at roasting. Yeah, man. Any other questions, guys? I've got 4 minutes. You're not average at Splatoon, Squid. Stop lying. You're pretty good. Everyone remembers He Hate Me. He had the best. He had the greatest nickname of all time for a football player. It's like you can put whatever name you want on the back. They had all sorts of guys: Death Driver, Power Stomper, Bulldozer, Mr. Play, Fast Don't Lie, Superman. And then all of a sudden, it's like all these lame names that people were put on the back of their jerseys. Then all of a sudden, you see one guy, He Hate Me. And I was like, oh man, that's actually a good nickname. Yeah, people put the dumbest names on the back of their Death Terror. Sack Machine. Dude doesn't get any sacks. Dude had 1 sack all season. You're gonna name yourself Sack Machine, you have no sacks. Tackling Machine. Dude had 2 tackles in the game. OJ would be the only reason why I watch football. Yeah, dude. It's like I'll do a PE news right after a game. Hey guys, how's it going? Let me take off my helmet real quick. I'll do a PE news live on TV. Wait, I didn't have enough time to pick up Nino Kuni 3 or Nino Kuni the next one, but I'll pick it up right now. And hey, give me my Nino Kuni. Let's review it right here on the field. Are you going to upload any more Sword Art Online gameplay? Maybe not. Let's have to see, man. PAX East? If I can, I'll stream. I'll try to stream PAX East if I can. If there's anything that I can do. My nickname is the Sack Machine. Oh, God. Freaking Ataki. You would say something like that, dude. You know what? Your new nickname might just be Quagmire. That's what your new nickname is gonna be. Ataki, the Ashen Quagmire. That's what your new nickname is gonna be. Just giggity. See, Ataki, dude. Anytime you say you remind me of Quagmire, dude. This man is Quagmire. Oh man. Giggity. Nah, you don't have to be. You don't have to be sorry, dude. You're actually really funny, Hataki. The Ashen Quagmire. All right, take it easy, D-Dub. Take it easy, man. We got 1 minute left on the stream, guys. So I'll answer one more thing before we gotta go. Final Fantasy 14, nah, man, I haven't really got into that yet. Leaf Storm Blaze. Hey, OJ, do you think, this is from J2 Blue says, hey, OJ, do you think the new God of War will be enough to get people interested in the franchise, kind of like Breath of the Wild? Never played God of War game, but it has me interested. I don't know if it'll be like enough to get people interested like that, like, you know, like Zelda, but I think it's going to get a lot of people buying the game. I think a lot of people are going to buy the game. So yeah, man. All right then, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. That's gonna wrap it up for this stream. What do you do for a workout? I just run on the treadmill, then I lift some weights, do some chest pump, do some bicep curls to overhead press, bicep curl to overhead press, do some squat, like power clean sometimes. Just do a little all body workouts, tricep extensions like this. Do some free, oh snap, hit my light. Free weights up like that, nothing crazy. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. We are doing pretty good on the channel, guys. Obviously, we had a lot of great subscribers come through. Thank you guys for the donations as well. Do appreciate that. And definitely make sure you guys check out the channel. I did upload a Pokemon video today, so if you like yourself some Pokemans, also shout outs to Rosemary Dickerson that hit us with that subscription. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Do appreciate that. Sorry that I was 33 minutes late on that one. But yeah, I got some Pokemon news. So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't watched my video on the Pokemon rumor that's going around. I will link that in the chat. So if you want to watch that, definitely do so. And hit that final smash, that like button. We're at 182. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes by the time that I see this replay of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.